If you guys are watching this video and you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel or becoming a patron. Hit the like button as well and share the show. Thank you.
Yeah, you can do something.
Yeah, we'll do that after you get your fucking beat show popping.
All right, man. Go ahead, Feefo.
Alright. Dead End Hip Hop EP review. Lupe Fiasco and Kaelin Ellis House featuring Virgil Abloh. Typically this is the part where I go into like a little soliloquy about a bio, about the artist and all of that. My nigga, this is Lupe Fiasco, dog. How much more? Look, if you watching this right now, you have the Google bar somewhere close to where the hell you watching this. Just Google Lupe Fiasco. I'm not gonna go into detail about that, man. So this project has a definitely interesting backstory. The producer, Kaelin Ellis, is from Orlando and was just posting his beats on Twitter. And somebody pretty much mentioned, hey, get this to Lupe. Fast forward, and that beat is LF95, and Lupe kind of talked about how he was able to get that beat and how he copied and then put it in the thing for just the audio only, and that's how he pretty much linked up with Kaelin Ellis. So all of you producers out there, PG430, put your shit out there, man. And if you hear, just as a fan or somebody that follows a producer or something like that, and you hear a particular artist on it, mention they ass, man, because you never know, like, something like this can come from that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's super dope, and that's the power of the internet with hip hop right now. So I just think that, you know, everybody has a voice, and utilize that on the platform.
Anyone, if don't follow me on Twitch, make sure you do. I did a beat battle sample with a Koi Kid. Shout out to Koi Kid. He's a follower of Dead End Gamers. So what we did was Granddad Willie and Mima, they each sent us 3 samples, video game samples each. Total of 6 samples, really. And we flipped them. You know, I flipped them my way, he flipped them his way, and we went and clashed and did a beat battle.
It's called Beat 'em Up.
There you go.
Like, it has a whole marketing and branding as a Street Fighter theme thing. That shit was fucking super dope. Because even next to Beezy's name, he had the 2 American flags, and Koi Kid had the German flag, and I don't know what the hell the other flag was, but it was dope. So it's just like fucking Street Fighter. If you are part of the Twitch community, you could go in and just vote on who you felt won that round. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not already subscribed to Beezy's Twitch channel, look, it's very simple. Twitch.tv/Beezy430. Go over there. I sent you. Hey, and while you're over there, come to Feefo 24/7 channel too. I'm on Twitch now too. But yeah, man, getting back to this Lupe Fiasco and Kaelin Ellis project House featuring Virgil Abloh. And I thought that was very interesting. I know Virgil is from Chicago, and I know that's pretty much how they connected. But watching Lupe kind of like have an interview with who's the guy from New York? Hot 97. Ebro.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. This is recent?
It was on Apple Music.
Yeah, it was about this
Oh,
project.
I don't have Apple Music. So.
Yeah, I know. You know how Myke is. He's
Want that bullshit.
It was good, though. It was a good interview.
It was a good interview. I didn't realize that Lupe and Virgil Abloh have had a 15+ year relationship. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that, you know, because obviously, like I said, they're both from Chicago. Obviously, the whole Kanye thing, this, that, and the third. But I just didn't know that they fucked with each other that heavy for that long. To have him kind of do and say the things that he did on this, it kind of brought it home. Like it almost, I feel like it was definitely necessary. Listening to this project and where Lupe was going, I felt like it really gave this project even more of a foundation. And the crazy thing about this project, man, like short EPs either fucking hit the mark right on point, or it's just like, okay, this is just a little compilation of just some loosies that you put together for whatever. But I think it's very difficult when you take, you know, a minimum amount of tracks and really fucking wrap a concept into that shit. Cause you're talking about it's multi-layered, like just conceptually of, you know, how you talk about like on the first track, dinosaurs. Like dinosaurs, as most humans, you know, at least me, what I think is like one of the first forms of creatures on this planet. So it's like the first. You know what I'm saying? And just like the punchlines and everything that he has on that, what Virgil was saying in the intro about what you think what a house is, like that's just your idea because that was your first thought or imagery. So it doesn't matter where you live, that's what you see is what a house is. So basically like the intro in the first track is all about the beginning. And then just the lines that Lupe had on that shit when he was talking about Fred Flintstone and like
How they,
sliding down the back of the tail.
it probably didn't go down like that.
Probably didn't go down like that. They probably didn't sound like that.
That shit was funny.
That shit was funny as hell because immediately what it did for me, it brought me back to a kid watching the Flintstones. And again, first imagery. So it's like this whole song is about the first, first times. And it was just, that's so fucking dope.
You know what else I kind of and got from that? My interpretation, my analysis of it was about like extinction. And if you think about where we are now and with the coronavirus and stuff like that, like the dinosaurs roam the earth like shit, man, this our shit. We ain't got shit to worry about. And he kind of, you know, when he was doing the song, he kind of gave certain examples of like how they probably were like living in certain situations and what they were doing or whatever. And then next thing you know, they're gone.
That's,
and then,
that's
huh?
I said that's a deep layer right there.
Yeah, now he said so, and then, you know, look at us. Not saying that that's going to happen to us, but we don't know. Like, they can't. So, yeah, that was something that after repeated listens, I started to kind of, like, what else is he saying? So, like mass extinction, and what does that look like? Because nobody really ever fucking knows. So, yeah.
He didn't say anything like that in the interview?
Nah. It was very kind of like general about the process of doing it, the reasons why, and stuff like that.
So am I the only one that thought it was about rappers?
I thought that at one point too.
I didn't think about that.
Because he said
I thought
something
it was
about the
about-
staging at the end of that track or something like that.
He had a bunch of lines on there
Yeah,
where it sounded
yeah.
like me was talking about like old rappers in the game, because he was talking about like the Tyrannosaurus shit where he said the Tyrannosaurus wasn't the smartest of the smartest, but you wouldn't want to box with this short-armed carnivorous martial artist. That made me think that he was talking about rappers. And then the very last line where he said, whether it be Grimlock, Yoshi, or Earl Sinclair, just remember at one time the earth was theirs. So I thought that he was making references, of course, to dinosaurs and fossil, and he had that line about fossil fuels, but then he was also talking about dinosaurs in the game as in rappers.
I think it probably was triple layered, maybe.
I mean, it's
think it
Lupe.
was
You
too.
never
Lupe,
fucking
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Lupe,
it probably is triple layered, man.
That's
Like,
actually dope too.
Yeah, that is dope because now I can visualize all of that, like what you just said, and it makes perfect sense. But my brain didn't go there.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's really dope.
I did think the rappers thing, like Myke, because like the Earl, and then he, like I said, he was talking about the stages and all of that. So
Well, I don't think he meant Earl a rapper. You know who Earl Sinclair is, right? Remember Not the Mama? Remember the old show?
Yeah.
The dinosaur.
And he rapped,
The
right?
daddy dinosaur's name was Earl Sinclair. Did he rap?
I think the baby rapped.
Did he? I don't remember.
So that's another
That's
another
funny
layer.
if he did.
Yeah, that's another layer. That's wild, man.
Yeah, bro. I didn't
That's
even,
wild.
Man,
This nigga Lupe, bro.
I'm telling you.
Be on some other shit.
Models. I mean, all these songs. I think all these songs is definitely some type of triple layer or something. 'Cause Lupe just not gonna just hit you with the surface level
Nah,
shit.
he don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and for this to be an EP, how you make such a thought provoking EP with just these joints like the way you do model? Of course he spelled it backwards. So spelled them with models, with shoes. Like that was like a layer he kind of put in what's going on in current times with with police brutality and I'm trying to think like the soul of a shoe, how you heard someone explaining about the soul, like how the shoe is made, and I'm thinking like, is he correlating that with like people or something like what?
He is, because Virgil in it was talking about how do you give?
Is that the
energy
people?
to
Is that the
something
Virgil
that's
that everybody been
inanimate?
clowning? Like, keep it Virgil with me. That's the same one.
Yeah, that's the guy. That
Okay.
guy.
Off-white guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right brick on my brick. It's that guy.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know either.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You know that?
Rod had to tell me that. That's why he says put Lupe on my Lupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super dope. And then even how Virgil came in talking about we put a red tag on it, and it just like it identifies your brand, like his brand. Anytime you see that red tag on something, you know that's Off-White, and you know that's Virgil, and you know that is like a moment in time. And then Lupe was also talking about in the interview how they actually like he remade Ahmaud Arbery's shoe, and he did an Off-White version of that.
So is that out?
I don't know if it's out, but I know he worked on it. I don't know if.
Oh, I didn't know
out
that
for
was
sale.
real. I thought he was just.
I thought it was a
saying-
metaphor.
Yeah, I thought it was like a metaphor.
But
Auguries, but he really did it.
See,
I think he's working on it.
I think he should. Like when I heard it,
Wow.
I was like, damn, I wonder if he's actually working on a Air Mod shoe. That would be super
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, so part of
Interesting.
what he, I think Lupe just reached out to him, and you know, he just took out his phone. I guess he gave him the concepts and the ideas for the songs, and he just had him just talk, and the guy was kind of like just talking, and he used certain parts of that. So I think he came with the ideas for shoes, and basically Virgil was sounded like was just freestyling, right?
Yeah,
You
so
know.
basically he reached out to Virgil, told him this is how I want to collab with you. I don't want to do no shoe. I don't need no free shoes, but this is what I want to do. And then he chopped up parts of what Virgil was saying and put it to tie it in. But I thought you were going to talk about the interview, because the interview, the way I interpreted what Lupe was saying was the reason why he was talking about that in that track Shoes was because he is working on that, because they were looking at footage of Ahmaud Arbery to see what shoes he was actually wearing to be able to recreate it. And he said, you know, he didn't want to, you know, do it disrespectfully or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But they wanted to see what he was actually wearing to be able to recreate that to honor him.
I want to say too, man, the production on this EP, man, like, and I've been following Kaelin Ellis for a minute. Like, he always makes some dope, smooth ass. So I kind of seeing that, I kind of expected to be some smooth, chill shit, because that's just like the style of beats he always makes. But man, this shit, the way Lupe was just
Floating.
weaving and floating, all
Especially
over
with
shit,
dinosaurs.
man.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I mean on all this shit,
I
really,
know,
like
but
yeah,
shit.
I mean, a lot of this shit. Even the last joint, man, and then the fact that like people mentioned how he broke down, how he took the sample, put it in GarageBand, and just
Yeah.
looped that shit, and then just man,
Exported the audio
exported
only.
yeah, and QuickTime and shit. Like the way he just did that shit, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That just shows him how much he really enjoyed that beat. For him to like, oh man, I like this shit. Like let me loop this shit on here and just rhyme over it. I know Kaelin had to been going crazy, but yeah, Kaelin, he did an awesome job, man, on the production. I'm glad to see him like getting this just due, because like I said, I've been following him on Twitter for like a little over a year, almost 2 years now, and like to see that. It's like, oh shit, like nigga, you got an EP with fucking the one of the greatest, you know, wordsmiths, you know, MCs in the game. You got a freaking EP with him, man. And like I said, the production on this thing sounds so lush and pretty.
Was he known for anything else outside of this?
I mean, he got some albums on, you know, he released some beat tapes and stuff on.
Yeah, but no features with no
Yeah,
beats.
not like
That's
not like
crazy.
this. So like this is like he literally tweet like, yo, that tweet changed my life when he had said, you know, Lupe, someone sent that to Lupe.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
yeah, man, that shit is. I just want to speak on the production because the production is dope. Lupe, again, of course, for you to make an EP like this and be this precise, dude, like you still show motherfuckers that look, I'm still one of the best MCs in this game, even if I just drop an EP, a real thought-provoked EP. Amazing, man, amazing. I love
Yeah,
it.
and I want to talk about sledom or models backwards, because man, like it's so dope because like Lupe was able to take today and tie it into everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like being like just being out there and marketing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Selling
do
something.
current stuff and tied into to historic stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's been going on.
100%,
Yeah,
man.
it's dope.
100%. And then like you said, be like with the production, doing it smoothly. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Like this project is one of those projects for me that is deep, but it's not so deep that you can't understand what the fuck Lupe's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I felt like that with his last project, Droga's Wave. And I feel like that sometimes with Lupe's music.
It's a little heady sometimes.
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
This still is heady, but it
is.
It's like
It's
more
digestible.
accessible.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
because it's less songs, maybe.
No,
Nah.
no, it's a different approach.
Different. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
But don't move off of Sledum yet. Did you catch the Roots line? Oh, y'all call yourselves rap fans? You didn't catch that?
You don't be catching.
He
lines
says
like
that
you do
shit
all
where he
the time.
says something like
Now, if you start rapping, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember it. But, I know. I mean,
That's how it goes.
yeah,
That's how it
you
goes.
remember lines real
I'm
good.
just saying, but yeah, he said some shit like when you grab it by the roots, it's a love quest when your thoughts are black.
Jeez.
How y'all miss that shit?
Yeah, I remember it now.
I mean,
no,
you
I
don't.
just, yeah, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I
Black
remember
Thought,
lines like you do.
unfollow his ass, bro. It must be nice for him though to be able to like not to be like a dope rapper, but I mean, it must be nice to be able to take like a break from doing like a full album. Something that's a little bit like lower risk. Just do an EP. I don't have to really make it super conceptual.
Right.
But when you listen to it as fans, you're still like, damn,
I
bro.
know.
Like every song is still like some crazy concept. Like, how do you do this? But
So I know you didn't watch the interview, but he said the way that this kind of came about, he was doing freestyles over Robert Glasper's live stuff. Oh. And just messing around. So you obviously listening to Lupe, you know he's a artsy, out of this mind type of motherfucker, right? So he's just doing all of these little freestyles here and there, and in the midst of it, it like he came to this, and then he just kind of created this. He said he's also working on his Amy Winehouse project, which also made him reach out to Nas for a song on that.
I really like that line you said when the carnivorous, when he put all of those bars in that one little. I was just like,
it's just the way he said it, because like during that song, it was like his flow was like speeding up, kind of. Yeah. Because he started the song off kind of like mellow, chill back, and he's just like dropping these lines. He sounds like he's relaxed. Yeah. Then as the song goes on, he just starts fucking like, he just starts spitting. And I was like, oh shit, oh, this is crazy. But yeah, that Tyrannosaurus line was nice, man.
Yeah. When he said the Chinese star, Target and shit. Like, I was just like, bro, this dude is freaky.
It's crazy, ain't it? It is crazy.
Listening to so much rap, you admire what he does, and it comes out so effortless. Like, it's like, bro, like, for most rappers, this shit would have took them forever to even come up with a scheme like that. And it just sounds like this is some shit that you just literally shit it out. And it's just like, okay, let's just record that.
I think some people are just made like that. Like when you talk about some people are just born to just be rappers, not just be rappers, but be rappers. Right. It sounds like he's just one of those type of dudes. And I think a lot of the talk over the years about his career has kind of like brought him into this weird space now where he's just really on another plane.
I want to say he mentioned that too in one of those songs.
On here?
I want to say he mentioned something like that. It'll come to me, but I know he mentioned something about that. Oh yeah, he used to do it for the hoorays. He used to do it for like the I forgot which. I think it was the last song or something. But he said I used to do it for like the hip hop, you know, for the hoorays and the crowd and stuff. But he said that's not it anymore. That's not it anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that was one of my critiques. It seemed like he was going for that.
I would assume like if that's your start, you would like that's the crowd that you aspire to. Yeah. So
it was just the way he was trying to go forward.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. But now it's just like he's just like in this weird space where he's just like, man, I just want to rap. I want to rap and I want to talk to people about real shit.
That's what it felt like.
You know, that's what this whole EP to me felt like. It just felt like, man, I really just want to talk to y'all, man. Like even the Shoes song.
Man, I remember like, you told me when you told me I went and listened to it. I was like, woo, Jesus.
You know, and it's so easy to connect that. Because I mean, obviously, I don't collect shoes, but listening to the him talking about like, especially when we talked about the white kid in line who let him go in front of him because he's like, I've been getting what I want all my life. I thought that was just beautiful. But, you know, that kind of relates. Like, I've been in lines for like record store day waiting for records. And it's like, it's the same mentality. But just the way he wrapped everything up in this tight little bow to make it seem like, oh, this is really just about shoes. But it's not. It's like about consumerism. It's about like personal respect, all this shit. It's just, man, it's just dope, man. It's just really dope.
If you kind of think about like that, models selling shit on the internet, and you think about what Virgil said, it's like everything is man-made and that's dangerous. Then you think about, you know, what he was talking about on those two songs. Man, it was just like, it was crazy because he came across as if he was just writing songs and doing shit, that he wasn't really trying to conceptualize an album, but nevertheless, there still is one here, right? Which I thought was really dope. Like even on the shoes thing, like when he shouted out Pac and Nip, and kind of how that goes back to the Souls again.
Yeah,
it was just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like I liked it just off just the vibe from Kaelin Ellis. Shout out to him, great job, and just Lupe fucking rapping.
Yeah, man.
But then when I started to really listen, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, this dude.
Yeah, he's bananas, man.
He did more in 5 songs than most people do 20 tracks.
Yes,
bro.
absolutely.
This is true.
Absolutely. 'Cause how long
is
is this? I don't know.
22 minutes?
22 minutes,
Oh,
yeah.
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 Even
it's crazy.
the last track, which was a freestyle, right? I think he.
Oh, the way he came in on that, like
Then
how he was
the
saying.
Fauci shit, coming to Dr. Fauci, and then the herd immunity line that he had in there. People heard I was sick. Now they all got herd immunity. Come on, man.
Wait, that was a freestyle?
Yeah, he said. I think that was a freestyle. I think that was when he's freestyled. At least that's what I think I gathered from the interview. That he freestyled that.
It sounded like it when he started it
Yeah,
off.
and then he stopped, and then I don't know if he just did like when he got the beat, he freestyled the first part, and then when he decided to do like an EP, a full EP, he came back. He was like, okay, now it's gonna make the album.
clean
I need
some
to
of
get
it up.
more. Yeah. So, but I don't know.
It's
Dope,
cool
man.
seeing him a little bit playful, but still kind of like giving you
Serious.
those really serious things. Where I feel like you didn't really get that as much on his last album because he was just. Actually, the last two albums, really, but
He
he was
was
just
hitting
beating
us.
you over the head with shit.
Man.
But this one, it was like he just felt like talking about a few relatively common things, but just the way he spun it was just really,
It's
really
amazing.
fresh. And
Yeah.
all the which one had those horns? Was that
Shoes.
Was that
That's
shoes?
Shoes,
yeah.
Yeah, man, that beat with the horns,
That shit
bro.
was
That
beautiful,
shit was
wasn't it?
clean, man. That shit was clean. I love that one, man. But yeah, this I don't know. It's weird, man. This one sounded perfect for Lupe. Like I forgot who said it, but he really did just float over these fucking beats.
Yeah, he really did, man.
He found his pocket perfectly. And the thing about it is, that's kind of interesting, is if I heard these beats prior, I wouldn't have said, "Oh, it's a Lupe beat."
Yeah,
oh
no,
yeah,
no.
man, get Lupe on that. I would never have said
Right,
that.
right.
But now that I've heard Lupe on him, it's just like, man, this sounds perfect for Lupe. So I'm really excited to see what he does next, because this dude just has not missed in the past, like,
He's been on a good
5
road,
years?
man. Yeah, he's been on the road now.
he really has.
Yeah, he's been on
Just
the road
album
now,
after
man.
album, and then an EP.
Yeah, you could tell, like
in
Tyrell's
his
point
zone.
earlier, you could tell that the pressure of trying to be this mega star is just, it's no longer a factor
It's
at all.
not, yeah.
And you're getting pure Lupe.
We getting the
Yeah.
best Lupe.
You're
You
getting
know what
the
I'm saying?
best
We getting the
Lupe right
best
now.
Lupe, man, because that's all he's focusing on is just strictly the music now. He don't have to worry about no label stuff. Look, I'm just doing this on my first and 15
Yep,
imprint.
that's it.
And I can give y'all the best Lupe I can give y'all, man. And he's been doing that. I love it.
Really, technically, like 4 songs.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do 3: Shoes, Sledum, and Dinosaurs. I'm sorry.
The whole fucking album.
Right.
Just forget it.
Jesus
I'll just
Christ.
say.
Just go ahead, B.
I'm gonna go LF 95 and shoes.
Where it originated from.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dinosaurs and Shoes.
Dinosaurs and shoes.
If you watching, right? Yo, Lupe, if you watching, everything I said in the review, bro, I think your career has taken off from a music perspective once like the whole label shit was over, bro. And you can tell that you are making the music that you want to make, unfiltered, not, oh, you got to make a single, oh, you got to do this. Yeah. Nah, bro, you doing exactly what you want to do, and the music game, hip hop, anybody that is aspiring to be into this, like you're setting a bar extremely high, and you're showing people what it is to be a true artist. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, man. Like this project here, bro, like I said in the review, 5 tracks, and you gave more substance than most motherfuckers give in 20, 30 tracks and multiple albums. You know what I'm saying? So this is really dope. This is definitely in the rotation. I'm just excited to see where you are in the pocket that you are in your career right now, because I think this is the most exciting time to be a Lupe fan. So I appreciate everything you've done.
Lupe and Kaelin Ellis, if you guys watching, thank you. This is a great EP. So precise, beats everything matched. Lupe, your flow was amazing throughout this. I think Lupe, you are really showing, why you're one of the greatest MCs in this game, man. Like people mention it, but it just really shows. You can just be like, oh yeah, let me drop an EP on y'all and just drop some mad substance on y'all and still flows be there and everything. It's like, Lupe, you really showing us why you're gonna go down as one of the greats in this game, man. And Kaelin Ellis, good job. I hope you two guys, even the Lupe, if you work on the album, I hope you get some production from him on your next album, because y'all was like, it felt like it was natural for you two to work together, man. So good job on this EP.
Lupe, Kaelin Ellis, if you're watching, start with Kaelin Ellis first. Outstanding job on the production, man. definitely in the wheelhouse of stuff that I like and love listening to, and I think you and Lupe definitely Lupe definitely sounds great over your beats. I've never heard of you before until now, because Beezy be, holding back. He be keeping shit to himself. But nevertheless, man, I'm glad I finally got a chance to hear you and to hear you this way, man. And I would love for nothing but success for you moving forward. So great job. Lupe, outstanding job with this EP. I loved every minute of it. And, it's funny when you said that, B, like Lupe, we're starting to get more and more questions about Lupe's ranking in hip hop that I'm seeing. And he's definitely moving up a lot. So that's interesting that you said that about his legacy. But nevertheless, I like that you took time out to do this, that it came together somewhat organically, off Twitter. And that it kind of really serves as a time capsule of our time. The title of it being House, and most of us stuck in the house. Dinosaurs, Mass Extinction, and Ahmaud Arbery, and like a lot of the dangers that exist in the world, and we're basically just trying to survive in a multitude of different ways. And I felt like you kind of addressed that in this EP, whether intentional or not. That was some of the things that I got from my analysis. So I appreciate that. Because music is a form where you can document and what's going on in present day for people to look back. So outstanding work, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Good job.
Kaelin Ellis and Lupe, great job. This was a very, very, very well put together EP, especially given the times we're in now. I'll keep this short just by saying, man, I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys work together in the future. Kaelin Ellis, you definitely gained a new fan. Lupe, you're just continuing to cement yourself as one of the best MCs in the game. So, great job.